We're here after hours. It's going well.
I'd rather not be potting right now, but that's okay.
It's just how the cookie crumbled.
I know.
Sorry. I'm taking a little trip to see the eclipse, so we had to record the night of the episode airing.
Yeah, a late night.
It's just the way God put us in this path.
It's the way Mary Cosby intended it to be.
Exactly.
Well, I'm like, that's it. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much
for listening. And what an episode. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
That'd be kind of iconic if it was a 1 minute episode.
People would
gag for it. Also with if they're listening to it on like regular and not on Patreon, they'd get more ads than an actual episode.
But there are a lot of podcasts I feel like that feel like that when I listen to it. It's just ads. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people do that unironically. But if we did that, it might be performance art.
Come here.
It's kind of MoMA.
It's a little MoMA. I'd like to record a 30-second podcast that's just hello.
Goodbye.
Did you
see Kim Cattrall, those giant Skims billboards in Midtown?
Yeah, it's honestly iconic behavior.
It's kind of I know SJP looked up at that when she was going to the ballet.
She has to see it.
And was like, God, that fucking bitch.
I know. She was like, God damn it. And also Kim at Paris Fashion Week.
Oh, I didn't see.
Yeah, she did her first ever Paris Fashion Week.
She'd never done it?
Mm-mm. There's a Kim Assance underfoot. And SJP is shaking in her boots. She's shaking in her little Mary Janes.
I want Kim in like a gritty show.
Okay, let's like not go too far. I think Kim's really an amazing woman, but she shines at one thing and one thing only, and that's being Samantha Jones.
Yeah, it's true.
There's nowhere else to go, and there's nowhere else that you need to go.
No, but
with Love and Light, what's the hurry?
She needs to get over it and just end her magnificent career playing Samantha for the next 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she needs to be playing Samantha into her 80s.
Yeah.
Right?
I want Samantha in the nursing home. I want to follow Samantha Jones through her later years all the way to her deathbed and her subsequent final breath. To the aftermath and the funeral, and maybe like visiting her grave or spreading her ashes somewhere. And then I want to see those ashes like become part of the earth again and form like a geode or something.
I want to see on her gravestone just a silhouette of Samantha going like this.
Going hello.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Speaking of ghouls, New Yorkers are, according to the New York Post, the preeminent paper of our time, New Yorkers are ditching therapists for psychics.
Who hasn't?
I just kind of gave up, in quote, was in the headline. The whole quote.
I mean,
that's not giving up.
No,
psychics
you should have both. One should have both.
It's chic to have a therapist and a psychic on retainer.
Do you know that my therapist also is like big into astrology, so sometimes we have like astrological discussions, which I really avoided for a long time because I was like, don't you dare, you witch doctor. But then she'd be like, well, and I'd be like, stop it.
Yeah,
and then
because you want so badly to just.
I want just like sometimes you just want therapy or like
you want it to be a little dry.
I kind of just gave up, and now I'm like, well, tell me about the eclipse. I'll be talking about it, and actually I think it's good to meet one's therapist where they're at, and I'm learning it's good to indulge people in what their talents are.
I like that the New York Post, typical New York centric media, just framing it as though that's only happening to New Yorkers. New Yorkers are the only people that are, I've had enough. Because it says specifically New York area residents are fed up with their therapists.
New York area residents.
Yeah. Some New York area. So like 2 people.
This really is a phone it in article.
Yeah.
This was in the newsroom. They were like, okay, what do you guys got today? And they were like, a friend of mine ditched therapy and is seen.
Well, they interviewed someone. Aria Demore, 35, an artist and model living in Jersey City.
That shouldn't they say Jersey City residents have given up on therapy?
Was satisfied with therapy for it's New York area.
I know that was
like
the
Philly.
first red flag.
Was dissatisfied with therapy for nearly wait. She was in therapy for 30 years. She's 35.
Wait, she's 35 and was in therapy for 30
My God. No wonder she's
given up.
A model and an artist. So she decided to seek guidance from an intuitive healer practicing tarot and astrology. I just kind of gave up on therapy after a while because I don't find it helpful, she told the New York Post. Therapists are in no rush to get your problems figured out. It drags on. It's a very long process. You could also say that about psychics.
Well, you could also say that about yourself.
She provided a pic.
She's asking for attention.
Seeing a therapist every week is like a habit. Like they want you to keep coming back. It's almost like an addiction in a strange way. This is an insane article to be posting on Mental Health Awareness Day.
I know.
No less. Damore, apparently Aria Damore is like the preeminent voice of this movement. Damore also believes therapists are very disconnected from their patients, especially those who chose a more artistic life path. So her therapist was like, bitch, get a job. Have you gotten a job yet? She's like, I'm sorry, but blaming a therapist on your issues not getting resolved is incredibly rich. Because you go to therapy to solve your own issues. Yeah.
Like it's up to you to make behavioral
this
changes.
Is the psychic they interview.
No. Is that her psychic?
It's just one psychic that they...
What a publication. What a news organization.
She's been in traditional psychotherapy since she was 5 years old after her parents divorced.
Parents love to divorce and then place their children immediately into the hands of a therapist instead of...
I want to go to him. Sabatino, they're talking to the psychic. He says clients typically come to him 2 to 3 times a year.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, there's another one. Betsy LaFay was a social worker for 10 years, but quit after her psychic gifts left her feeling burned out at her job. So this is like they interviewed one person in the New York City area who said, I've had enough of therapy.
But then this other redhead was a therapist who became a psychic?
No, she was a social worker who became
a psychic.
Yeah. So now she's her. Ladies and gentlemen.
Her.
Damn. So this was an excuse for white women to send in photos of themselves.
Redheads.
With ring light in their eyes going, wow.
Breaking news.
Amazing. She was Joan Rivers' psychic.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, so maybe she's real. Wow.
I trust a female psychic more than a male psychic.
Yeah, inherently. Because even if they're scamming me, I just
You're like, it's nice to spend time with you.
Yeah. I'm like, I want to support women.
I know. I don't feel like male psychics know what they're talking about. I think they're actually just schizophrenic.
Not even gay psychics?
Prove it.
Yeah. Women
Prove that you're gay. And
women are more...
They're more in tune.
Yeah.
They have intuitions and access to a broader spectrum of emotion.
That one psychic I told you about that I saw, the Houdini Mansion one, she told me I had intuition and that I should tap into it more.
I love that.
I believe her. Speaking of New York, Bradley Cooper and Gigi Hadid are apparently an item.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
He likes a girl in her 20s.
Mm-hmm. Can talk to her about reading books.
He can read things to her.
In the park.
He can teach her how to read.
I want him and Arena Shayk to be back together.
Yeah, why aren't
To me,
they?
I feel like they belong together.
Yeah.
I don't believe this Gigi thing.
No? I mean, maybe he's going to...
They walk down the street.
Maybe he's poaching her for a movie.
We've had enough.
He's found his new
The
ingenue.
world has been through enough.
At first, it was Stephanie. By the way, Gaga needs. I understand that she's in some sort of like chrysalis right now, but her Instagram, I'm like, she's been replaced. It's giving imposter. She posted a photo today for World Mental Health where she looked positively unwell.
Yeah, she didn't look like her.
And it freaked me out. It was not, ladies and gentlemen, her.
Well, I think that she's either getting a lot of like tweaks are happening facially, and then
what else does she need?
Also, just like there's lots of different makeup, so you never know what she really looks like.
Yeah,
she's so disconnected. Like it's like doesn't seem like a personal fan experience. It's like she's either hawking like a big pharma like medication or house labs.
She's always like
she's promoting something.
The biggest thing she's done in the last year was her Pfizer commercial, which truly chilled me to the bone. And yeah, it's just I'm like, and I'm not asking. I don't need celebrities to weigh in on anything. But
I like that when they weigh out.
But I do sometimes. I'm like, it's uncharacteristic for her to be so silent. So
I know, like, what's going on?
Is she,
I think that's why I think she's getting like a lot of plastic surgery or something, or she's just getting deep. Someone pointed out that her boyfriend looks like a mixture of you and Simon.
Really?
Yeah, and he kind of does in this one picture that I saw.
Let me look. He's like an attorney or something?
It was a photo of them at the U2 Sphere show. He's an agent, I thought.
Is it her husband or her boyfriend?
Boyfriend, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah, he's hot.
Jax Taylor is also getting replaced.
What's he doing?
Look at this. Who is this vampire?
Wait, is he on Ozempic? He's really skinny.
He's really skinny.
Is he feuding with Katie right now?
He said like Katie. He's basically like Katie's a bitch.
Okay.
He goes, she's mean. She's mean to my wife. And I have a problem with that. A fan in footage uploaded to Instagram via fan account scanned of all threads.
That's a red flag.
Honey,
I don't trust anything.
Look, if in this day and age you're running.
Yeah. Well, it paid off. Today we got a little bit of Raquel serving.
Raquel's hawking her wares and
in honor of World Mental Health Day, Raquel has put up her infamous lightning bolt necklace and TomTom hoodie that she wore to BravoCon last year, and she's saying
she's donating it to charity, the proceeds
to a mental health charity to try to reclaim her dark times, which is like
good on her, but like
make some money.
Yeah.
Everyone else is out here.
Everyone is out here. Like
Tom's like, out here.
They are just parading their around town.
She was doing
Tom
it.
Schwartz going on that Mars show. Tom Sandoval's on The Masked Singer. Raquel.
Ariana. Raquel was... everyone's hawking their except Raquel, who did it for free to Tom Sandoval when she could be monetizing it.
Her inability to monetize has left me truly flummoxed.
I think it shows you that
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I'm like given the source, but I'm like, by all means, send thyself to the insane asylum. But when you come out, it's time to work. It's time to make money.
Yeah, utilize your people's fascination with you.
Yeah. I thought she was going to start a podcast.
I don't think so.
Sandoval beat her to it. Her podcast. Hey.
Her podcast is just called Hey Everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
We'd be like, she has to come back to Vanderpump Rules. There's no way. I refuse to accept that Rachel is just going to be Rachel living in Arizona.
In Tucson.
That's not how this goes down.
Laura, I think we have to just accept that, like,
I don't accept that. I don't accept it.
She needs to... I'm happy for her that she's, like, getting her help, but she needs to own her power. And I want that for her. And through that, I mean, I want her to make money.
Yeah, this making $7,000 on an eBay sweatshirt, which also is like whoever buys those two things.
There were already bids.
I know. How much are they up to now? Should we look?
And she's giving it all away to charity.
So she says.
Yeah, that's true.
But I'll bet she is.
Yeah, I think
she's too nice for her. She's giving everything away. She gave Graham away, giving these sweatshirts away. What's she gonna do? Like, what is she gonna do?
She nearly gave away her dignity to that greaseball.
She did. She's given it all away. She gave away an interview to Bethany. Is she just waiting for a huge Bravo settlement payout?
Maybe, but they're not gonna give it to her.
Did they settle? Bethany, it seems to
I don't know what's going on with
based
Bethany.
on Bethany that things are all wrapped up and she did it, but I don't know what she did.
I don't think Bethany knows what she did.
Bethany is like, justice was served today, but I don't know what actually happened.
Yeah.
And yet Raquel is still not on my screen.
There's 95 bids for the necklace, $2,150.
For the necklace?
And then
it was a $750 necklace, wasn't it?
Yeah, we all remember.
The necklace is more valuable than the sweatshirt. How much is the sweatshirt up to?
I bet that's more. $7,300. 107 bids. This is...
I hate that you can see like where her little hands gripped the cuffs.
I know. Her nervous
hands just gripping and wringing her cuffs out.
Yeah. Being on stage, being like almost in a dissociative moment, being like, why am I wearing this? I'm having an affair.
But being like, I love wearing this. Being like, I only feel safe. It's a haunted sweatshirt.
Well, good luck to whoever.
If you buy that sweatshirt, you're getting divorced.
Or you're getting like...
You're on the brim.
Poltergeist.
You're also...
on the brim.
The moment that you win that sweatshirt, you will walk into a nearby room and a handful of your closest friends and family will be sitting in a circle waiting to confront you and send you right to the insane asylum. I would love to have what if it's a cursed sweatshirt and the second you put it on, you become a mistress? You start all your closest friends, men. You just can't help yourself. And then
what if it like you turn into a
kind of downright whore.
Kind of like halted voice.
You get some lip filler and you get a bob and you go,
hi everyone. You go, hi everyone.
Hi. And then all the men
sleep in it, you shower in it.
Yeah, and the men start lining up and all they want to do is woo you. And you are the town whore. You everyone. And then it explodes in your face. And then you're toted off to the insane asylum.
It kind of is like what happened to her
is very of the traveling
trauma.
Well, that's also like as you wear the sweatshirt, like the rhinestones fall off and it kind of takes on a different form. And then you're so infamous in your town for being the town hooker that you then have to sell the sweatshirt and
it's
say
like
you're donating it to charity in order to get sympathy and have people back on your side.
And then it's like The Ring. It's like It Follows. She or whoever has it throws it down the river and it floats, and then someone like biking sees that and goes, "Oh my god, the TomTom sweatshirt."
Yeah, you
it's like Jumanji.
Try and get rid of it, but then like maybe it ends up in like an unhoused encampment, and then poor unfortunate soul puts that sweatshirt on, curtains for them. I would not buy a cursed that sweatshirt. It looks haunted.
Tom Sandoval.
He's probably come on that sweatshirt.
Yeah, they fucked in that. It's like that Goosebumps where the girl puts the mask on and can't take. It's like you can't take the hoodie off.
You have no choice but to everyone nearest and dearest to you, their loved ones.
I can't stop. Anyway,
what were you going to say about some of the sweatshirt lore? I feel like you had an additional piece of sweatshirt lore that happens once you wear the cursed sweatshirt.
No, you just like you walk into rooms and you clear the room with your emotionally vampiric energy, and you become an unwanted third in the closest relationship to you, and you drain them both. You
drain one's and you drain the other soul.
Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she was like an emotional vampire.
But then everyone that knows you and like is in your orbit of trauma and pain gets rich.
Yeah.
And
it's Paimon.
Yeah. And they are showered in coins.
Oh, what I was going to say was it's very traditional. Like, it's like what they did to like Rosemary Kennedy. She like was a little promiscuous and they carted her off and got her a lobotomy. That's
literally what happened to Raquel.
It's literally what happens to like
it's slightly fragile whorish girls do not stand a chance in this economy.
Well-behaved women
rarely make history. It's true. I cannot believe I can, but I also just simply cannot believe that we as a society
let that happen.
Chased this poor girl, truly
off the grid,
chased her with pitchforks, took her the out.
She was truly Frankenstein's monster.
I've never seen anything like that happen before. Have you?
I have.
Outside of like personal experiences.
No,
and like it happened to me.
No, it didn't happen to me.
It absolutely happened to me in high school.
No, but I'm saying I've seen it happen with like girlies I know growing up.
But like in pop culture.
Oh, no. I guess, no. Never.
Like truly chased off the face of
Mary
the planet.
Magdalene.
She is Mary Magdalene.
But that would mean Sandoval's.
No, Jesus didn't have white nail polish. And Jesus wasn't Ariana.
And Jesus wasn't just like a dumbass bitch.
Jesus is like whoever finds Raquel next.
Yeah.
What will be? I saw people commenting on like whatever post had said this and said, "Good for her. She's finally doing something right." And we're like, "Wow, she's really got." I was like, "You're 50."
This is what people want. I tweeted. I tried to show her a little. I tweeted. She ate.
She did. This is the best she is capable of at this moment, and I accept it.
But people are like, she has nothing now. She is now just a husk of herself, and they go, and then that's when these people who chased her out, they go, "Thank you, Raquel."
They literally did. They were like, "Wow, she really is doing something good. I'm proud of her."
She doesn't even have like a jewel to her name.
She has nothing. She has nothing. She lives in Arizona with her parents
and her grandma
and her mama.
And everyone.
And like Jax is opening like Jax's Lounge in Studio City. Like everyone has made money out of this.
I know, it's really crazy.
We should be ashamed of ourselves that we let this happen. I didn't let it happen. I always rode for.
I didn't either.
I always rode for my queen.
Did I?
No, I'm not. This isn't an indictment.
This podcast was always very neutral.
Was pro Raquel.
I was
pro.
We were the first people on our live shows to say.
I said she killed it. I said, thank God for her. Everyone should be thanking their lucky stars the moment they lay their head down on their pillows, their sick little pillows, to the second they open their eyes in their valley houses. They should be thanking God that Raquel was created.
It is pretty crazy that it's like only when someone has nothing are people like, yes, my work here is done.
Where they're like, now she truly hasn't, because
she's atoned.
Because if she doesn't have that sweat, those are the last two things that she actually owned. That was it. She's held on to those two. How sad is it that she's held on to those two artifacts for this long?
I know.
And now she's selling. I pray to God she makes a comeback.
She won't.
Stop. You have to have faith.
I always have faith, but like it doesn't look good right now.
I just can't accept that this is the end and then it's Arizona for you.
We know who does have faith. some of the women on this show. I'm Carrie.
I'm Lara.
And you're listening to Sexy Unique
Podcast.
Salty Utah Raquel. I just wrote, she's a sick bitch.
You know, she's a sick bitch.
Angie, how she fights is great.
I'm a fan of Angie K.
I like her, but she's very like, no. She goes, you're going to look at me right now. Look at me in the eyes when you say it. Like, she's like, gets down and dirty.
Yeah.
Angie
like
and Meredith are like
the seasoned wife of any gay man
it's
would.
True.
She does like fight like that.
She fights dirty. Meredith and Angie are going at it, and she's like, Meredith, can I talk to you for a second? Meredith goes over. Meredith looks like Princess Leia on Hoth. with like the like
Meredith looks like Caitlyn Jenner in this getup. She really does. She is fully serving Caitlyn Jenner at the Yeezy show. It's the resemblance is uncanny.
Really so she's basically like, I'm gonna get right to the point. Apparently, you said the rumors about my husband were about him other men,
sleeping with other men.
Meredith quickly goes, I don't know.
So I don't know. She goes British again.
She went, I'm not sure. She goes, I'm not sure what you're talking about. I never spread any rumors.
Tally ho.
And then Whitney comes over and she goes, yes, you did. you spread these rumors.
Why would you say such a thing?
Why would you say such a thing?
And then Angie K goes, you're the one spreading her legs outside of her marriage.
And Meredith's favorite move is going, I've had it.
I'm done here.
She always goes, she's very Serena Vanderschnitzel when Serena goes, you need to think about that. And then she turns and walks off. That's very Blake Lively. She goes, I'm leaving.
She goes, and with that, I'm done. And then she likes to say, I'm done, and then stand up. And then she'll shake her bangled wrist in your face. And she goes, I don't speak to people who don't speak to me with respect. And then she goes, well, I'm done now. I'm done.
And then she plops her behind on the little daybed across the way, right next to Lisa. And Lisa goes, hi. She goes, you guys look like you're having fun over there.
She goes, you guys, I'm glad we got together. I'm so glad.
And then Meredith looks at Lisa and she goes, there's something wrong with her, Lisa. About Angie. And then Angie comes right over and she kneels down like she's a coach. And she goes, no, we're going to hash this out. You're going to look at me. I know you were saying these things about my husband. And she goes, I never said anything about your husband. Even though the rumors, I've acknowledged, yes, I've heard rumors about your husband, but not that one.
Never such a thing has ever been spoken in 1 second about your husband, your betrothed.
And then Heather sits down and she goes, what's going on? And then Whitney goes, Angie found out the rumor that Meredith was talking about. And then Heather knowingly goes, oh boy. And then she goes, you've heard this rumor about her husband? And Heather goes, yes.
Everyone's heard.
We've all heard about it.
We've all heard it. And Lisa gets, what just happened? Someone tell me what just happened.
And they tell her and she goes, that's not true.
No, he didn't.
He did not.
He never would do something like that. He's never done it in his life. I've never even heard this. She goes, on my life, on my kids' lives, I've never heard it.
Monica's claiming that everyone has
Monica's gay truther.
Yeah, she's like, everyone in this group has talked about this explicitly and has like talked and no one is fessing up right now, and that's really up, which I appreciate.
Yeah, and that is up. It's like, just say it. It's always better if you're like, yeah, everyone thinks he's gay.
Heather goes, this is Utah. If you walk in wearing a cardigan, everyone's going to think you're gay. And then Laura and I both went, you are.
She goes, if you get a custom suit made, everyone thinks you're gay. It's like,
you're gay.
They are.
Yeah. So
Carrie said 60% of Mormon men are gay. And I said, me, it's 75.
It's true. And then Meredith grabs this woman named Kathy and she goes, we're leaving, Kathy.
The thing about gay husbands is I believe in places that are like staunchly like so straight and so religious that means like more of them are gay than you could even possibly fathom.
The thing about gay husbands too is you don't talk about gay husbands.
And the thing about gay husbands is they may be gay, but they may just be never acting on it. But it doesn't make them any less gay. You're still gay even if you don't have gay sex.
But you don't talk about it. It's like in Friends with Money with Frances McDormand's gay husband. You just don't talk about it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. God, it would be, honestly, the best gift of all time.
But you don't live in Salt Lake City.
To be with a man and have a delightful relationship, a beautiful friendship, some absolutely thrilling sexual times together, then completely stop forever, but still be best friends and just know that he's gay and he knows that you know that he's gay. Well, but you're both just like, we're not going to talk about it, and that's amazing. The end of that.
She's fiercely protective of her husband, which you see in the next scene, which is truly... Oh, wait, we missed...
Well, so as people are gathering, Mary says she's hungry.
Mary's had enough of the gay talk. She's like, I don't want to hear about the...
She goes, Lisa, I'm hungry. And Lisa goes, oh, I'll get you a flatbread. I'll get you a pizza. Can we get her a flatbread? And then someone makes Mary a flatbread. And Monica goes, ooh, that sounds good. Pizza sounds really good. That's what we need right now. And Mary goes, you can order your own.
And then Mary goes to the bar to get it. And she goes, you're not going to put it in the box for me? To the bartender. And he goes, oh, I just didn't want to touch it with my hands. And she goes, all right, your hands are really greasy, aren't they? I was like, God.
Mary's obstinate. Talk about ODD.
Well, she's God. God has the most ODD of anyone.
But God, like her...
She's wild. What she gets away with. She also, everyone's talking about Angie's gay husband, and Mary immediately just goes, I'm hungry.
She goes, well, this was a waste of an outfit.
True ally. The ultimate.
I love her attitude about her job. Mm-hmm. This is her only job. Did her church, did it shut down?
I think it went underground. I do.
It retreated from the public eye.
No, I think they went.
They went quiet.
I think they're quiet.
Their operations are now behind closed doors only.
They also have other churches.
Yeah, but this might be her main gig for a few months out of the year. That she truly is I'm wasting my outfits on this job.
Mm-hmm. The next day, Angie...
Oh, and then wait, the one thing when Meredith and Kathy depart arm in arm, Lisa bids them farewell and she goes, thanks for being Kathy.
She's right.
Thank you, Kathy.
Angie is making her giant bed the next morning, and there's a portrait on the wall of her husband Sean and their daughter Electra and her, and they're wearing Irish clothes, and I said it looked like Banshees of Inisherin.
Well, because they also have a donkey in the photo.
Yeah.
It's very Sheena's wedding art plus a donkey.
Is he Irish?
I think they're Greek.
They're both Greek?
Yeah. I don't think it's just a one-sided Greek thing.
I thought it was just her side.
I think they're both Greek.
Oh, okay.
And they were maybe on a Greek island somewhere. Because of the donkey of it all.
Oh, he was wearing very, old country Greece.
Yeah. Old country Greece.
They're Macedonia. Angie is wearing a robe and she's very fragile,
but also incredibly put together for first thing in the morning.
It's amazing.
Her blowouts are so good.
She has
power hair.
Yeah. Sean comes in and he's like, what's going on, baby?
He really butched it up for this combo. He's wearing a big a workout half zip and a big beanie, and he's giving burly bear energy.
He's also you can tell in his face, she's like, oh, yeah, I had a really rough night. I didn't want to tell you before we went to bed, and then his face, I'm like, oh no, that's the look of a gay man about to be
outed. His entire reaction was, I'm gay and everyone knows it now.
She's like, I didn't want to tell you this, but Meredith told me that there's a rumor going around that you're into men and have relations with them. And he immediately starts crying. And he's like, I'm just worried about our daughter.
He said, I've worked so hard to be
Straight.
her hero. I worked so hard to be a hero for her, and I don't want her to like think this of me.
I was like, you can still be a hero.
Yeah, you can be your gay hero.
Yeah, like I was a little like,
You're more of a hero.
What are you trying to say, man?
Some might argue more of a hero if you were gay.
He goes, gay or straight? It's just about election. And I was like, okay, so he's not like.
He was like, it's just the infidelity that bothers me.
He's upset that his daughter would think that he would step out on her mummy
with a man.
With a man. But
what do you think he's like verse?
Oh, and I thought you were gonna say, do you think he's actually gay?
No, I think that he is.
I think he's top. Because there's
a prized commodity.
There's wild ass bottoms in these streets of SLC.
Yeah, all the bottoms
about,
are bragging. He's topping them.
Yeah. So I feel for him. The look on the panic on his face, and even if he's not gay, I feel like he probably has been bullied about this his whole life, and like especially being a hairdresser.
This made me really sad.
This just shows you how like far we still have to come as a culture that a hairdresser can't be straight. But the pain on his face, I was like, this is something that's haunted him probably. He's just really good at he's the gift of the scissor, the gift of the shears. He didn't choose he did not choose the shears. No. The shears chose him. It's really sad to me.
Do you think he cuts Angie K's hair?
Yes.
He probably gave her blowout before they
their wedding, they look like David and Victoria Beckham like in the 90s.
He looks like a gay porn star.
Yeah, they both look like porn stars. They had a Greek Orthodox wedding. I think they're really conservative in that way.
You can have an Orthodox wedding and be.
I'm saying the traditions, I'm sure, are very intense with like Greek Orthodox.
I mean, I've been to Orthodox weddings, but I don't think it means that you're necessarily like super conservative.
Poor Sean.
Sweet king.
Monica's house.
I'd rather not see it.
Monica's waking
not on my Housewives. I don't want to. Like,
she's having a very real morning. She says 4 girls. She's waking them up. What? It's very like this is how most of us live.
I know, but I don't.
I know.
I don't sign up for that on my Bravo shows. Unfortunately,
she's got 4 daughters. Got to get up at 6. Wake them all up.
Of dawn, put your hair in a claw clip, put the terry cloth robe on, get them all breakfast, get the dog fed,
bitch about
drive
her mom.
them to school. Yeah, I was like, ugh. It was good birth control for me.
She starts shitting on her mom. This is going to be a thing, I think, with her this season. Her
mom is one to watch.
Yeah, her mom came
to play.
Her mom, first I wrote, imagine bringing your mom on a show only to drag the out of her. And then when I saw her mom, I was like, finish it.
Yeah. But I want more of her mom. Her mom is unhinged.
She kind of gives me Kelly Todd's mom, but less like dopey and more like she's a fighter.
Monica's mom seems like she could do a stint in the insane asylum.
Yeah.
If she hasn't done several already. Mm-hmm. Has she? What has been the tea on her mom so far that she said
like
I forgot?
Cultist. She seems like someone that like
her mom became Mormon and that's why they all moved.
Yeah, I think her mom seems like she's always searching, and like Monica was sort of her like extension of herself that she didn't individuate. Is that a word? Individuate? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Lisa and her son Jack get petties together. It's cute.
She goes, come on, let's go. She gets in and she sits down to put her little feet in the water. And she goes, I love that the water's hot. That's a pedicure. I love her life for her.
Jack has like highlights.
I thought that was Henry the whole time. Is Henry the older one?
Jack's the oldest. Henry's the little lost child.
I'm so confused because Jack literally looked 10 years younger and I thought it was Henry until...
Jack has a baby face, but he sounds like the guy who goes, Rick Astley, never gonna give you up. That's how I always think about him when I see him.
Lisa goes, oh my God, I can't stop yawning.
Okay, well,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. No, I'm
Lisa goes, so what's going on? What's the newest thing on the mission?
So we find out that Lisa is like pretty much not in the church. Like she's like attends, but she's not. I thought she was like fully converted, like got baptized, like was wearing the garments, but she's like sort of attends church with her family, but she's not in it.
She can't go to like the really nice temple.
Which is weird because I'm like, she's sealed. But I guess she's like, there's a certain temple that only ones who are worthy can go to. So that means the men in her family.
Yeah. She was like, John Barlow will be at the nice temple with you. And I was like, damn. And then she's like, you're going to have to wear the garments. And then he was like weirdly excited about that.
Yeah, he's been radicalized. But she's kind of like, I was just because she's always been kind of like cagey about her Mormon stuff. And this was like kind of, she was opening the book a little, which I liked. He
asked her if she's read the Book of Mormon. She was like, no.
I've heard great things about it.
Maybe I'll read it. Then Whitney and Lisa go to Angie K's for a hang. For a little charcuterie platter and a hang.
I wrote, for some reason, my spell correct went, instead of a Greek lunch, I write a Greek flouncy. Everyone's wearing black. And Angie's drama, I just crave.
Yeah.
She's like, it's like she's a grieving widow.
They go, Lisa goes, how are you? And Angie goes, I'm still processing.
I haven't slept.
I'm still processing the allegations.
She was sorry, I'm sorry this is late. I feel bad.
What? I'm sorry, I'm so tired and yawning. I feel bad. It's a bad listener experience when one yawns.
No, I feel bad that we're doing, there was no other option. She goes, the impact this is going to have on Electra, Lisa says. And Whitney goes, we know where your husband sleeps. Don't worry. In bed with you and Electra. And
she said, we know where your husband sleeps, in your bed with Electra every night. I was like, don't put it that way, though. Yeah. I was like, that's
also not helping his case.
No, I don't love that.
Yeah. I just wrote, Wild Rose is on a wild SSRI journey.
Wild Rose, I'm sad because her voice is not as wild as it was in the past. Her hair is inexplicably long. And she's a little like glazed over.
She's like a little Prozac Nation.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm like, good for her, because I think she's getting like the stability she needs. But something's happened to the Wild Rose. I think she's having marital problems.
Her Hillen journey has been tough, but I want my Rose to be wild once again.
The good thing is Lisa's wild and she's pissed because Angie and Heather have rekindled their high school friendship.
Heather invited Angie K over to paint birdhouses and mend fences.
And Lisa goes, where was that last year when my marriage was coming into question and coming under fire? I'm jealous. I resent that so much.
She goes, I'm happy for you, but she's never done that for me. And this all happened to me last year. And everyone said things about my marriage. And where was Heather? She was nowhere to be found. So it's nice for you, but what about me? I'm furious.
I love that she keeps making everything about her.
She's a queen for that.
Yeah. And then Lisa's like, Monica's not your friend, by the way.
She goes, why is Monica talking so much?
Which honestly, I know why Monica did it to like be like honest, but I'm like, I get Lisa saying that. Like, why is she?
I stand with Lisa at all.
Why is she open up a big old trap? Just shut up.
Yeah, she's yapping a lot.
You're new.
You're for a new person.
You're a new girl.
You're talking a lot of.
And Whitney goes, no, she is your friend. She is trying to do what's right for Angie K.
Angie K needed to know. Don't get mad at Monica for saying the rumor. But like, yeah, you can get mad at her. She's gunning for like plot lines and camera time.
Wild Rose is just ready to mix things up. She's like, I can't be the Wild Rose anymore because I'm on Zoloft, but you will all be my replacement Wild Roses.
She's like, every wild rose has its thorn, and come winter, the rose will wilt and go underground. And then more wild roses will pop up in its place, but not the original wild rose.
At the end of the season, she's just going to turn into a tree and just like be forever like asleep.
I need her to snap out of it.
I know.
I need someone to like kind of shake her, shake some sense into her.
Well, this next scene shook me to my core. Meredith and Brooks are driving, and Brooks is driving their SUV wearing ski goggles, and Meredith looks like Kristen Johnson and Austin Power Goldmember.
She has the longest ponytail I've ever seen, a jet black ponytail sticking out of a big furry headband.
She looks like a Russian oligarch's wife.
Katinka.
Yeah. She recounts this harrowing near-death experience she had where she and Kathy left Après Ski and got into the car, and she goes, we were driving, and they recreate it in sepia tones, and she's like, Kathy and I were driving home, and our driver lost control of his car in a terrible snowstorm, and we started careening off the highway, nearing a cliff with a straight shot down, and
it became clear we were gonna go off the cliff.
And she goes, but luckily our driver pulled back into control and drove his car right into a snowbank.
And it showed a picture and was like,
okay. But she took this as like yet another. She's like, it was very hard.
She says she almost died in a car crash.
Yeah.
And she was like, life is short and you just never know when death is coming for you. She's truly, I've never seen a woman so beset by tragedy.
I know. I mean, she's going to use this, you know.
No, this is incredible.
She's like, so I want to spend as much time as I can with my gay son.
With the people that I love and love being around. And that's my gay son who's driving in goggles.
So they're going to go snowshoeing? Snowshoeing.
Ever heard of it?
I have. I just didn't know if it was shooting or shoeing.
I've snowshoed once. It was fun.
And they're getting out, and she was also asking him about his relationship status. He just got out of a relationship. He still hasn't said he's gay.
But he said it was with a man.
I know, but like she's very careful to like not use labels.
Maybe he's bi.
I think he's.
What if I got with Brooks?
I love that.
That'd be really fun.
He's really cute.
He is. I'm so excited to go snowshoeing. And she goes, yes, however, this weather is terrifying. This is like a Duolingo lesson.
I know.
Their conversations are all like the Duolingo side lessons that you can do where you like have to decipher a basic conversation between two people.
They're fully Savage Grace. And I was imagining them getting lost in a snowstorm and having to like do like walkabout survival and the existential hell that they would go through.
Killing a rabbit.
Yeah.
Cooking its meat.
She goes, I'm not stretched enough. Hold on. And he goes,
no, she goes, how do I get these shoes on? And he goes, I'll be your personal snowshoe concierge. And he puts her shoes on for her. And then he is bending down to put his shoes on. And he goes, oh, this is a stretch putting these on. She goes, well, maybe you should stretch more. And he goes, trust me, I get stretched all the time.
I was like, and she goes, okay, enough. I was like, you're talking about getting in front of your mother who's wearing a furry headband right now.
You just made a whole stretching joke to your mom. I was like, this is cool.
Power. And then
I want to hang with them.
And then he literally skips off into like, and it's one of those like, it's like a parking lot.
This is honestly Meredith living my dream.
Yeah. Talking about with your gay son.
One hundo. Being like, let's go snowshoeing. I'm going to clip a pony in and you put your little goggles on and let's go for a drive.
You drive me. Meredith is no longer driving.
I realized in that moment that life is short.
When's the last time she drove a car?
Maybe she's never had a license. She's a New Yorker. I love that she lives in New York, but just like comes here to film this show.
I know, it's incredible.
And is a real housewife of Salt Lake City.
She should just be a real housewife of New York.
Well, they need to get those back.
Yeah.
Like legacy.
Yeah. Olivia Monica's grandmother is the focus once more, and they're driving to a senior citizen community center.
I'm really darked out by Monica's grandmother's last years on this earth. Imagine living until you're like, how old is she? Like 85, 90? You're 90 years old and your whole body hurt. Every day is a struggle to like get up. You're like, all your clothes smell the same. You're like outliving your money. And like your daughter is crazy. And your granddaughter, she's cool, but she also gets on your goddamn nerves. And they put you in a car to take you to the senior center in Utah where they forced you to move.
To play poker. To
play a throw the cards in the basket game and film their show. And they curse so much.
Imagine being an immigrant who like came to America and like forged this tight-knit community in Boston. And then suddenly your daughter is like, no, now you have to live in Utah for the rest of your days and leave all of your friends behind that you forged these tight friendships with when you moved to America.
They go,
how dare you? How goddamn dare you?
You're going to live there until you die, which will be soon.
It's hell.
And you're going to live your final years in a state that you want nothing to do with. And we'll make sure that you suffer for all of them.
But we'll give you a McFlurry.
And you know what?
Fillet.
To speed things up, we'll take you to McDonald's every day.
Monica and her mom are like they're trying to be like the hype women for this group of ladies who are playing like, the
canasta or whatever. I don't even know.
And Monica, she's like, I'm going to go make coffee. Mom, want to join me? And then you cut to her and she's going squirting the coffee maker in.
I didn't sign up to watch a rec room.
I also didn't sign up to watch this dynamic. Monica and her mom.
This is actually a little fascinating to me because I was like, this is two dysfunctional, crazy people in conversation, and that compels me. Would I rather it take place at like a 5-star hotel? Yes. But are we in a little rec room senior center? I guess so.
You said it was like 90 Day Fiance.
It's giving like, TLC.
Because TLC shows are like, we shouldn't be seeing this. And this is what we were getting right now. We should not be watching this dynamic happen right now.
They need to keep this to themselves and work it out in therapy.
And take your grandmother, and put her back to Boston. Put her on the next plane back to Boston.
You need to use some of your show money to put your grandmother up in a nice assisted living center in Boston.
Mm-hmm. By the water.
She will be gone soon, so it won't be that much. But you've got to get her. You've got to make her end of life. Her grandmother was miserable.
Yeah. Monica's mom is like, I don't even know her name.
Scarf. Miss Scarf. She also, the Louis Vuitton of it all.
I know.
Louis Vuitton is shaking. They're issuing like urgent press releases within the company, and they're like code red.
Her mom is like, I am celibate, even though I've left the Mormon church. This guy ghosted me recently that we were going on dates because I told him I was celibate.
I was like, honey, he ghosted you because you have crazy eyes.
And
you're lady, you're scaring him.
And then she says to Monica, I want your daughters to be raised in the image of Christ. Are you going to raise them in the Mormon church, Monica?
Scripture. They need God.
They need God. And then Monica's like, I'm on the fence. I was sort of excommunicated.
What are you talking about? You literally left the church and you came to me and said, I'm so sorry I raised you in the church.
And the mom goes, I never said that. She goes, Mom, you said that to me. And she goes, I don't remember that happening. I'm like, you're a bad mom. Now I get why Monica's like, this is my greatest revenge, is to bring you on national television and
air your ass out.
Tell
you, wear the scarf. Wear the scarf that you got in Ellen's living room. It looks nice with your headband. No, your bangs look great like that. Let's go to the senior center and we'll talk about your date.
And then she's like, the mom goes, she starts griping about her mom and she goes, I am your mother. I'm not your peer. Like, there needs to be some boundaries here. And then Monica goes, you want to talk about boundaries? When you come into my home unannounced, I could be over there on the couch 69ing for all you know, and you walk in, and the mom goes, well, keep your door locked. And then she goes, how about when we're on the phone, and then I say, okay, mom, bye, and you think the phone is hung up, and then you say to yourself about me, I hate that girl's guts.
I hate that piece of hate her guts.
And the mom looked absolutely gagged because she was like,
she did get her in that moment.
She goes, as worst days of my life, I would never say I hate my child. And the mom literally is silent because she's like, the cameras are rolling.
That's crazy. If I heard my mom,
I don't know what I would do.
My mom has never said that about me.
No, I think most moms. I'm sure, like, in moments, my mom is like, God, he's being a little but like to herself. But like
the worst thing I would ever say or do, even like if I hung up the phone and was pissed, it would be like just screaming like you into a pillow or something.
Yeah.
Or being like off, like you or something like that. But I would never say like, I hate your guts so much. I hate her guts.
The child that came out of you. It's just like, no. My buy-in is big after this, and I'm like, this woman is crazy. Monica,
I get why she is the way she is.
I get you in this moment. I get you.
And her mom is literally a crazy person.
And Monica's a good mom.
On World Mental Health Day,
I salute Monica being a single mom who works too hard, who loves her kids and never stops. Her mom, can't say the same about her.
I also salute Monica's eldest daughter,
Bree,
who also works her hard and is a single mom who loves her kids.
The real parent of the family. So that's weird. And then we end with another familial schism. Heather and Whitney go skink. Wild Rose is like tearing it up she might be kind of glazed over and a little slurry these days, but she is
when she hits
Lindsey
the slope
Vonn on the snowboard. She's
Shaun White.
She's the Silver Surfer on that riding down that
half pipe.
They're good.
Well, they better be. They live like on a mountain.
They stop and Whitney goes, what did you think about the other day? And Heather, not about like, the thing about her friend's husband being outed. She goes, I think it's very weird that Jack is going on a mission, don't you think?
And she's like, Lisa came up to me and said that I was the last person she told. And I'm like, why would you do that?
And Whitney goes, why do you think, Heather?
Whitney is phoning it in so hard around Heather.
Yeah, she can't stand her ass.
She
can fucking tell hates her guts.
Hates her fucking guts.
But she goes,
even what Lisa said when the cameras were still rolling, like that was funny.
Yeah.
And like if I heard someone say that about me, I would laugh at that.
Yeah.
But that's different than someone going like, I hate your
yeah.
And not even like I hate her guts, but did she say I hate your guts?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, she's a mean person. I'm Team Monica with that.
I'd be like, to the asylum you go.
Yeah.
Monica's making the case right now.
Never.
Monica's long con revenge.
To commit her mother.
Monica's seen the power of Vanderpump Rules and knows that if you play your cards right, it'll be curtains.
That's the ultimate revenge a child can do on their parent.
Is have them committed. Yeah.
Heather starts eating snow and she goes,
that's a bit of a weird move.
She goes, I mean, it doesn't bother you that Jack's going on a mission? And Whitney goes, no, I never think about Jack's life or what he does. I was like, damn, you can't give her an inch. She can't give her a little bit of that.
Do you think Heather's eating snow because she's on Ozempic?
Oh. I don't know.
It just seems weird to eat snow. Like,
Maybe
I
it's
understand.
like a Utah thing.
I understand like going into a forest and like eating like a freshly fallen snow off like a little.
But ski snow?
But
It's
like,
kinda
that's public snow.
yeah, I was a little like, whoa, what's going on there? She goes, doesn't bother you? And Whitney
She
goes,
is eating snow jerky.
Whitney goes, no, Heather, don't think about Jack and his life at all. And she goes, yeah, but like I think about like on my mission, like all the lives all the people I converted and like how many lives I've changed and ruined at the same time. I was like, okay, how many people are you converting, going to their doorstep and annoying them on a Saturday morning? Like, I doubt that you've.
Also, like, they needed that.
Yeah.
If you're letting a stranger come into your house and convert you to a full-blown new religion,
Then go.
then
for
that's
that.
what you needed.
Honey.
You were being called to, like, on this path.
Yeah. And Whitney goes, no, I don't think about it. And Heather goes, I think this church it doesn't stand for anything I stand for. She goes, it's homophobic. They don't accept transgender. And Whitney goes, yes, that's true.
Heather goes, well, and I wrote about it in my book, Bad Mormon. And it's always coming back to the book.
And she goes, and you wrote that letter to the church where you had framed. And then Whitney goes, I think you should maybe worry about yourself more.
The Wild Rose.
Even though she's a little glazed over, she can still wham them back.
She's the mild rose right now.
She's the tempered rose.
When you cannot be wild.
She opens an apothecary called the Tempered Rose.
What happened to her beauty brand?
I don't know, Laura.
There's a lot. I feel like there's
ostensibly it's still a thing. She's like
Wild Rose Beauty.
Yeah.
When in doubt, be wild like a rose.
Who knows?
What's going on in the Wild Rose is like hiding something. She's laying in wait.
We'll get to it.
Well, do you think she'll bloom this season?
Yeah. She's coming out of her stupor.
She goes, the snow will melt.
Every spring comes again.
And the sun will rise. Melt. The icicles melt. The ground will be fertilized.
And you'll see the grass beneath the snow. And that's where I come from.
She goes, just remember that in the winter, far beneath the chilly snow, is a seed that in the summer, with the sunshine, becomes a rose.
And that rose is
a wild rose.
Wow. Let's do a cult shout out.
Okay.
Guys, that was a good episode.
We did it. That's the most important thing.
Girlie, we did it.
You are so on.
Go for it.
Lucy from London. Danielle McMillan. Lady Swamp Witch gives no fucks. Mazeltov. Diana Gonky. Mary. Maisie McCarran. Mike Earhart. Sharon Baum. Realtor. Courtney Kesselman. Carrie Whitmer. Owsley. Mariah K. Kathy West.
Yes.
Rochelle Martino. Kit Moore.
Nick Sedaris.
Emily. Kim Lucas.
Jeffrey Pradama. Guys.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for weighing in the comments. I'm seeing some cult members come through in the Patreon comments, and I like that.
Me too.
You're making your presence known.
And be sure to submit a spooky story to sexuniquepodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, because we're going to do a Halloween special.
Woo!
And we're going to be sharing reader-submitted scary stories. We might even wear some scary masks ourselves. Oh, and if you have like a cursed mask or
send pics.
Something, and it really needs to be on par with the pug mask.
Something like uncanny.
Yeah, something really sinister. Send a pic of it, and you'll be featured on the Halloween Spectacular.
Adieu.
Goodbye.